Hello, welcome back. This is Morris Dimba, and today I want to show you how we can play around with lighting in Lumion. How we can adjust lightings on how we can adjust the lighting. How we can adjust the lighting intensity and how we can create a lighting effect in Lumion. So if you take a look on the screen here, I already have an interior of a building with lights already on. So I want to show you how we can adjust these lights or how we can create the settings, adjust the settings to show that there is light, and on how we can adjust the light intensity in Lumion. So what do we do? What I'm going to do here, I'm going to first of all pick on the material. Just mouse over here on your left button and click on the materials here. So the moment you click on this button here, we have two tabs. We have four tabs here. We have objects, material, we have landscape, we have the weather. So I'm picking on the material here. So the moment I pick that material, I'm going to select the lighting here. You can see all the lightings have been selected. So if I pick on that, the material property section will be activated and will be presented to us. Just give it some time to process that information because this model is slightly big, so it will take some bit of time to process that information. Here we are, and we have the material intensity. So this is normally under the standard. So if I go back to library and come back here and select on that and pick on that, so you can see we have the colorization, we have the gloss reflectivity, we have the relief, we have the map scale. The map scale just to fine tune like the pixel of a particular texture to make it smooth or to make it somehow coarse. Now, this is where we adjust the light intensity. We come to transparency, or we have orientation, we have the transparency, we have the settings here, we have the weather. So if you come to transparency and you click on that, we'll have the waxes, and if you come to orientation, we'll have the headings. Let's try settings here. So under settings here is where we'll be able to adjust the light intensity and make the light more dim or more bright. So to play around with the settings of the light intensity here, we have come to sections. We have to go to library, pick on the standard, and come to settings here. Pick on the settings, and we have two buttons. We have emissive and saturation. So we'll work with emissive. So under emissive, just left click and pull back this, and you'll be able to see the light intensity disappears and you will not see the light anymore. So if I bring it back like that, you can see the light intensifies. So the more you bring it on the right, the more the light intensifies. So it's just a symbol of lighting, but you can go ahead and add that glowing nature of the light. You see there's a shadow or the brightness. So this is just a symbol of there is light there. So we want to add some more intensity of that particular on that light section. So we can see, just pull back pull that bar to its fullest, and the light will intensify. So I'll just go ahead and click OK because we've activated the light. So another thing is we want to add the light. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to under objects here. So once I've come to objects here, I'll come to effects, or I'll come to lights and utility. So if I click on that or double click on it, I'll be able to get to more options on how I can adjust my light intensity, how I want my light to be spread inside the building. So I have the options here. I have the area lights, I have the omni lights. So let me just pick one because this will be somehow pointed downward. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pick any of these here. Let me just pick this one. This will be okay. Let me pick this one. So if I pick on that, and I'll come right at the surface of that, you can see it's touching on the surface of that glass of lighting. So the moment you see like that, let me just bring it close. The moment you touch that surface of the glass of the light, just click on that. You can see we've added the light intensity, and you can see it's pointing downward. So you can do the same thing here, just move and bring it close, bring that close, and move slightly, and we'll just bring this down so that you have a closer view of this. So I'll move closer and place the light in here. Let me just place another light in here so that you see the light, the brighter light up, but you can see the effect on the floor here. You can see we have the lights underneath there. So what I've just placed the two. So there's so many. So we have to go one by one to place all those lights. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to shift back to select so that this symbol of light will disappear. Let me just come to materials, and that will disappear. So you can see the effects of light at the bottom end here. You can see there's effect. It's bright up here, and you can see at the bottom end here. You can see there's some lighting effect at the floor here. So that's how you play around with lighting. So you can come here also on this chandelier. You can select on that. If you pick on that, if you pick on it, you can play with its intensity. So once you've picked on that, you give it some time to bring up the settings on how you can reduce and increase the intensity of brightness of particular lighting. So just give it some time. So we'll do the same thing. You can either reduce this to its lowest or bring it to whichever part or whichever level makes it brighter for you. So I can just leave it there and click OK. So once you've done so, we are done with lighting effects. So there are more options on how we can play with the lightings, and that we'll learn bit by bit. I'll be able to show you on how you can play with lightings in Lumion. So for that is enough for today, and let's meet then on the next presentation. This is Maurice Nimba, and please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and let's meet then. Bye bye.